Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I'm reviewing the DH7 Iron Mule that came out on GTA Online as part of Oscar Guzman Flies Again Drip Feed DLC. Now this helicopter, I liked some things about it, but ultimately it pissed me off, which I'll get to. The regular price on this helicopter is $2,345,000, but you can get it for a trade price of $1,758,000 if you complete the Oscar Guzman Flies Again storyline. So make sure you complete the storyline, you get money from that, and you get a pretty significant discount on this helicopter. Now, about this helicopter does not have any weapons on it, which is fine, but it has countermeasures, EMS on it, liveries that you can get, armor upgrades. But this helicopter is mostly known as being a cargo helicopter. It picks things up, and it is pretty much the rival to the Cargo Bob. So I decided to do a speed test against the Cargo Bob just to see how effective it is. The first type of test here we're going to be doing is an altitude test. And I want to thank my friend Timmy for helping me out with this test. But as you guys can see, the Mule just absolutely destroys the Cargo Bob in gaining altitude. It gains altitude a lot faster, and even when I give the Cargo Bob a head start, I still am able to catch up to it no problem. On top of that, it also descends rapidly. It also beats the Cargo Bob at descending. And when it comes to an actual full-scale speed test, also, it beats the Cargo Bob in that. It catches up to the Cargo Bob. Cargo Bob basically has, no chance against this thing. This thing is almost 2 times as fast. It catches up to it both in altitude and speed, no problem. When it comes to picking up vehicles, it's the exact same thing. Now, the Titan and the Cargo Bob, they can both pick up some pretty heavy vehicles like the Rhino tank, and the Cargo Bob, even though it can pick up the Rhino tank, it can be a bit annoying carrying it, but on the other hand, the Mule is very effective for that. The Mule can pick up the Rhino tank and carry it up really fast, beating the Cargo Bob, destroying it in that, and also moving across, exact same thing. So if you're picking up a vehicle, a heavier vehicle, it's very effective for this. And when it comes to the Chernobog, which is one of the heaviest vehicles in the game, the Mule picks up that Chernobog no problem whatsoever. Picks it up easily, is able to easily gain altitude with it. Another thing about the Mule is that when it comes to the Cargo Bob, you can actually open up the back doors and you can actually get inside of it, and somebody can fly around in it and you will not move around. Now, the Mule, you can also open up the back door, but it's weird. The back door opens up with 2 doors. There's an upper door and a lower door, and only the lower door opens. And there actually is a way to get into the Mule similar to the Cargo Bob, but what you have to do is you have to take off countermeasures, and you also take off livery. And I made one mistake in my Titan review yesterday. In my Titan review yesterday, I said that you can't go in the back, but I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I dealt with that. If you remove the livery, and if you remove the countermeasures, you can open up the Titan back door and go in there. But when it comes to the Mule you can get in the back, but what you have to do is you have to park at a specific angle, kind of like on a slope on a hill, like I'm doing right here, and then you can just have the pilot close the back door, and you can stay in here. It's kind of annoying you have to do it this way. Why wouldn't you just be able to stand in the back of this? One thing I like about this helicopter is it reminded me of DMZ, which I play a lot of DMZ. It's a Modern Warfare 2 game mode, and this is the extraction helicopter in DMZ. But in DMZ, you can move around, walk around inside of it, but this one you can do the same thing, but it's a little bit more difficult. So it should just be easy to open up the back door and just walk in. You shouldn't have to take off the livery. You shouldn't have to take off countermeasures in order to do something like that. But now, moving on. Why is this helicopter pissing me off so much? What is the main reason that I'm pissed? Well, the main reason I'm pissed when it comes to this helicopter is that this helicopter is not able to pick up any cargo in the game. None. I tested it with multiple cargo. I tried to do it with CEO crates. I tried to pick it up. Nope, doesn't pick up CEO crate vehicles. I tried to pick up even the nightclub vehicle. Nightclub cell vehicles, won't pick them up. I tried to pick up, multiple MC vehicles. I tried to pick up post-op vans. It would refuse to pick up post-op vans. Didn't work. Sometimes it knocked it over, but it wouldn't hook on. I tried to pick up the pounder for the MC sale. Same thing. It would not hook on. It would not work. If we did this on my streams, I could imagine 3 people would get 3 different mules, and we just pick up the post-op vans, take them to the city, and we probably knock off 5 minutes on the mission alone because it takes 5 minutes to drive to the city. And that would just save so much time. But nope, Rockstar's thinking about stuff like this. Nope. They just expect you to buy this helicopter and not use it for anything whatsoever. That's just what's so dumb about it. And here at the end, we're going to be doing a damage test. Now, when it comes to a homing launcher, this thing will get destroyed in technically 5, but 5, the engine will die. So once we get to 5, you can see right here, the engine will die. On the 6th one, it blows up. Right here, another one, that's 4. And then on 5, and that's it for the engine. Engine is down. And then 6, blow it up right here. Now, I tested it against an RPG also, and I want to thank my friend Rodriguez for help with this. When it comes to the RPG actually does a little bit more damage than the homing launcher, but it took about 6 shots too. So on the 4th or 5th one, with the RPGs, it kills the engine, but on the 6th one, it blows it up. But additionally, I had this really weird thing happen where I shot it in the back once, and when I shot it in the back, it blew up, and the thing was fully armored. So I don't know why that happened. I attempted to try that again, and nothing. It only happened one time, and we were not able to repeat that. So I don't know why it blew up once in the back from just one shot. Maybe it was just a one-off thing. But I also wanted to mention the Mule actually has a weak spot. And the weak spot that it actually has is the tail rotor. Now, if you're really good with a minigun and you're really quick, you can actually take this thing down quicker than you can with a homing launcher. What you gotta do is just take the minigun and just keep spraying at the back tail rotor. And if you keep spraying at it enough, it'll destroy that rotor, and what will happen is the helicopter will be out of control, it'll spin out, and the second it hits the ground, it will crash, and it will kill the pilot. So that's one way to quickly take this down. Additionally, I wanted to mention, this thing does have wheels instead of traditional landing gear, and I prefer the wheels on it. I think that that's superior over the regular helicopter pads. The reason is because when you're using wheels in a helicopter, you can actually make hard landings, like right here. You can actually kind of just dive in and use the wheels to basically slow down. But if you're using, just regular helicopter pads, you can't do something like that. You could actually flip the helicopter or severely damage it. With the wheels, you're able to do much hard landings easier. And I also wanted to mention one other final thing, is that you have to be careful where you land this thing, because the wings on this thing, or I should say the blades in this thing, are really big, and it's a pretty big helicopter. If you hit the smallest thing, like a pole, a building, what can happen is this thing could actually flip. Even though it's a giant helicopter, it can easily flip like in this situation and blow you up. And here at the end, we got our pros and the cons. And the pros are, it's very fast. Now, there are helicopters that are definitely faster than this, but if you just compare this to Cargo Bob, which is its main competitor, this thing just destroys the Cargo Bob in altitude and in speed, and also in picking stuff up. It can pick up tanks easily, much better than the Cargo Bob, and can fly with them much quicker. Another thing is it's not expensive. It's about $1.5 million for this thing, and I don't think it's really, that expensive for a helicopter like this. They could have charged us millions more, so I think this DLC is pretty reasonably priced. Cons are it can flip easily, so if you land this helicopter in the wrong spot and the blade gets basically, caught onto some pole or something, it can flip the helicopter easily, like what happened to me. It's hard to get in the back. Basically, you got to kind of glitch it to get in the back, which you really shouldn't have to do that in the first place. You got to take off countermeasures and livery, and then you park the helicopter at an angle, slope to get in the back, but it shouldn't be that difficult. It cannot carry cargo, which is the absolute worst thing about this helicopter. What is the point of adding a cargo-carrying helicopter to the game that can't carry cargo? You see where I'm going with this? It's just stupid. It's ridiculous. If this helicopter was able to carry cargo, this would have been one of the absolute best helicopters, definitely, 100% in the game. But because it can't, I think it's probably going to be largely forgotten. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.